Okay guys, today I'm gonna do a demonstration how to make this carbon fiber damper system right here. Um, my previous video I did a little bit advanced on this chassis right here, um, and this is my another video I did is the basic model. Okay, so today based on this advanced setting I did for my last video, I'm gonna based on this setting right here, I'm gonna do a body damper system. Okay, I'm gonna step by step show you how to do the body damper system. But the body damper system I'm doing today is gonna be a little bit different than the one I have here, because this one right here is more professional, require a very professional tool such as this thing right here. This is the micro milling machine. So since not everybody has a professional tool, so today's video I only gonna do a very professional and basic model, the MA body damper system. I'm just gonna using this dremel right here. If you have the cheap one, which is like $10 or the $20, it's fine. I mean, as long as it works. Okay, for making a body damper system, the parts we need, it is all this right here. The 2mm carbon fiber popsicle, and they have different color. I know the blue and the red one is kind of being discontinued, but they still can find a market. It's up to you. But I prefer this blue and the red one because they are stronger. Okay, and right now they have another color which is a gold one right here. The gold one, actually the material compared with the blue and the red ones is a little bit weaker. But anyway, since it's easy to get a hand on the gold one, you can just go ahead using gold one. So it doesn't matter. So it's up to you. So whatever you have on your hand. And other parts we need is this one right here, the side mass damper set. We're not gonna using the side FRP adapter right here. We only gonna use the mass damper come with this package. It comes with 4 pieces. It's gonna be like this. Okay, same as this one right here. It's just the difference, just like this one black. Okay, so I prefer this type of damper because they have a I'm gonna expand that later about that damper. So anyway, just make sure you have this damper. And the last thing you need, it is this right here, the let me give a better angle, you can see it. This is M2 lock nut, which is right here. Next we're gonna talk about what kind of tool we need. Now first, for sure, you need a Dremel, like this one. Any kind of cheap one, expensive one, doesn't really matter, as long as it can cutting the carbon fiber. Okay, next, the accessory for the Dremel you need, it is the right here, the 2mm diameter the drill, and this one right here, the sand disc, and this one right here, the 3mm round grinder. Okay, and also you need this one right here, Tamiya gauge, which is right here, and also you need a marker. Okay, another thing you need, it is this is, we're not gonna cut this today. We're gonna using this one as a something we can measure the distance. So anyway, get one piece of like the FRP popsicle. Okay, I'm gonna explain later when I do the demonstration. Okay, so basically that's everything you need. Maybe if you have a digital caliper, just get a digital caliper as well. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, before we get started, let's take a look at the chassis first. As you can see, this is the original MA chassis, and as you can see, which is this point right here and this point right here. This is actually or the body damper system gonna be having the popsicle mount right there to, you know, to having the action move like this. So but as you can see, there's two different locations. If you ask me which one you want to go, or which one's better, definitely this one right here. Okay, the very inside one. The outside one, because there's barely only a few people they do a modification on very large hole, because most people like me, we remove the last hole, which is right here. So we want to keep the one very inside right here. Okay, this one right here. So in this way, I already explained that in my last video. So in this way, and we can let the roller right here and come close to the wheel right here. So you can short, we can short the distance of the front roller and the back roller. So in this case, and when you have like a a short distance design like this, like a roller, like see the front one is very close to the front wheel and the back one is very close to the back wheel. So in this case, when you have short distance, you have a lot of corner speed. Another thing it is because most people in Japan Cup or either in a local race, a lot of people like to using the 19mm roller on both sides. So in this case, when using 19mm roller on both sides, you better especially the front, you have to cut the front off so you can short the distance. Otherwise, this piece, if you mount on the original hole right here, so what's gonna happen, it is like this roller gonna be about right here, then it's gonna be oversized, because Tamiya regulation only allowed the maximum length for the car is 165mm long, and if one roller, which is especially the front one, it's gonna be right here, so which means the roller gonna be all the way right here, it's gonna be oversized. Okay, so that's why people curious about why there's so many people they cutting the chassis. It is not about we want to losing weight, or either we want to make it lighter on the design. It is about like we have to, because if you don't cut it, it is about the whole car gonna be oversized. And another thing, it is gonna be the reason we want to cut it, again, we want to short the distance right here between here and here, because original distance, if you mounting on the regular, it's gonna be like this much long, and if you cut it the front and head, and if you cut the front and back, it's gonna be short like this. Okay, like this one right here. So when you have short like distance between here to here, then the corner speed is gonna be a little bit faster. Okay, so anyway, again, my design, only gonna be my body damper system starting from here, not here. So this piece is gonna be removed. Okay, so but it's up to you. Again, you still can, if you want it, you still can mount the roller from here, the very last hole right here. Okay, you still can do that, but most people, like I would say 95% people, they mounting the body damper system starting from here. Okay, so anyway, let me just get started. Again, today's video is gonna be based on this setting right here. This setting I did for my previous video, so just gonna go ahead and use it. So in order to get started to set up the body damper system, you notice here the screw size right here is only 20mm, because my last video I didn't do the body damper system, so I'm just using regular settings. That's why I'm using short screw. So in order to do a body damper system, we have to replace this screw right here. We have to using a little bit longer. Okay, Tamiya, the longer screw Tamiya they have, it is this one right here. This is 30mm. Also they have 38 and a 40. Okay, and today the setting we're gonna using 30mm. Okay, if you have one using longer one like 38, go ahead, but it really depends on your setting. You don't want your screw will stick out too much. Okay, this one right here, I'm using the 38. Okay, but since 38 I feel a little bit too long for me, because you can see when I'm using 38 and this piece a little bit stick out. So so I was thinking using a 30 like this one right here, You still can using 38. It's just up to you. So anyway, I'm just gonna using 30 today. So I'm just gonna go ahead remove this two right here, and I'm gonna replace that with a longer screw, which is 30 millimeter. Okay. Just finished right here. As you can see, all the screw I replaced with 30 millimeter. It's pretty long. It's gonna stick out a lot. Okay, like this. So next we're gonna do it is we're gonna using the M2 lock nut. Okay, to go ahead and lock the carbon fiber back to the chassis. And the reason I'm not using lock nut because as you can see, lock nut, which is, let me give you a better angle if you can see it. Okay, you can see lock nut right here. They have a little wrong, short, like small, the head right here. So this is a piece. It's gonna be when we put the body damper system on it. This is a piece gonna be give us a more free move when you have the arm like this, move like this. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and using this. If you want to using the regular like nut, it's fine, because this one right here, I'm using regular nut, which is, let me give it a better angle. You can see it. See that right here, this piece right here. So it's regular nut, but it's still not bad, you know. So it just depends your design. Some people I even know they put some like the rubber O-ring right here, or either like sponge brake right here to, you know, there's so many different way. It's just up to you. But today I'm just gonna using the lock nut. Just want to save the time. Okay, so let me just go ahead. Okay, just finish right here. Next, we're gonna do the modification on the carbon fiber popsicle. Before we start it, still gonna do a little bit talking. And there's two type of wheel, and the way they're doing was gonna be different when you cutting the FRP. Like the wheel we have, like this one right here, and also this one right here. Okay, also this type of right here. Okay, this is all this and this and that. This is all the, we call it narrow wheel. The reason we say it's narrow because the distance from between the two wheel is very it's very short. And this is, we call right here, it's called a wide wheel. Because you see they have a little extension right here, so this extend the wheel out. When you have the narrow wheel like this, the cutting you have to do is you have to do like this. Okay, you have to remove basically like 2/5 of the popsicle, which is right here. Otherwise it just won't fit. Okay, see, it's hitting it. Okay, it's hitting it. So when you remove part of a piece, let me put it aside if I can see it. We'll remove 2/5 of the right here. So this piece right here is no longer gonna be blocked here. Okay, and but when you're using the wider design of wheel like this one, it doesn't really matter. You don't really have to cut it, because no matter how, it won't touch it. Okay, see that? So today's video I'm gonna do this type of design, because this is the very common use. And another thing, this is very universal, because it's also fit to this and also fit to this. And another thing about it is because this type of design, it is lighter. Okay, the design without cutting it like this one, if you just do like this, It is just I would say that's just lazy or either easy um, design. But that design I'm gonna talk about later, because since carbon fiber is pretty strong, and it's better to cut it than reduce the weight. So in this way, this piece right here is gonna be lighter. Otherwise, it's gonna be too heavy. And for the design without a cutting, that's my next video. But today's video, I'm just gonna do this little bit like fancy design right here. Okay. Okay. For cutting this, actually it's pretty simple, but there's a thing I have to tell everybody, because MA or either MS, they're middle ship. There's middle ship chassis, so the model is located in the center, and the body right here, okay, it's a little bit wider compared with the Super 2 or VS or Super 1. The battery compartment right here, which we call it the body right here, it's more wider, okay. Like the so this is Super 2. Super 2 here is very short. I mean, it's very narrow right here, and this right here, because engines here and you have two batteries, so that's why this piece right here is wider. So in order to mount the body damper system on MA chassis or MS chassis, the support point right here, you have to be extend like really wide like this, okay, otherwise it won't fit. And my design is gonna be same like this. We're gonna have the this piece right here, this is the damper holder, and extend to the front a little bit. So this piece right here, the arm, we're gonna make it a bit shorter, and in this case we can extend this piece a little bit to the front, okay. So I'm gonna expand when I do the cutting. The best dimension for making this, it is, like I'm saying, remember I told you guys to get one piece of the 1.5 FRP popsicle. So this we're not gonna cut it, but we're gonna using this one to measure the distance. What's the distance we need? Okay, again, when you do the body damper system, for sure you have to cut the gearbox right here, okay. If you want to ask me like how far you want to cut it, this is actually, we have to cut a little bit more than this one right here. So let me just go ahead. My design is about to cut up to here, okay, up to here. So in this way, when my arm goes up and land, the piece right here can land on the model shield right here, so giving very pretty good support, because you want this piece right here to hitting something can press your whole chassis down, because that's how body's damper system works. So you jumps, then you land, this piece gonna be lift, and then you land, and this piece gonna drop. So you want this piece to give you a press down on your chassis. So the better way it is, you have to find which point on the chassis you want to press down. So I think the model right here is very good support right here, can give you a very good press. Yes, okay. Same as here. So we want to take a look at it. First I'm gonna using this one to see, because let me tell you, most the Tamiya parts, they have exactly same design like this one. See, this two hole on the middle is matched, and here, and here too. Let me take a look at it first. Okay, this is gonna be my design. So according to after I measure it, so on this carbon fiber right here, this is the cutting point right here. Okay, so you're gonna cut right here. So in this way, I can mount another piece right here to support, and it can you know, this piece right here gonna be right here, gonna hit the motor. Okay, and also I'm gonna keep this piece right here, and this piece gonna be extend right here, gonna be like this. So same as this piece right here. Remember I told you the cutting point gonna be right here. Let me give you a better angle, you can see it. Okay, after cut it, this is the piece gonna be the arm. The longest piece right here gonna be the arm. This piece we're gonna using for the damper holder. Okay, so this is the design. It's gonna be like this. Okay, it's pretty perfect. I mean, the size is pretty perfect. Let me just go ahead to mark all the carbon fiber piece right here. Okay, so here's gonna be the piece cut. And another thing, remember I told you guys you have to cut like at least like 3/5 of the FRP to make the design like this. So in this way, first thing, this thing right here, it's hitting. That's why you have to remove part of it to make skin bypass. And another thing it is, when you cut it like this, you can save a lot of weight, because the whole thing right here is pretty heavy. When you remove this is about the 3/5 of the piece gonna remove, so you're gonna save probably 2 grand maybe right here. Okay, so let me just go ahead using the Tamiya the little gauge to mark the okay. I just finished mark here. Also I did a little bit like changes. So let me put it side by side. You can see the different. Okay, all the white spot is the piece we're gonna remove. As you can see right here, this piece right here, I didn't mark it. It is because we're gonna keep here, because sooner you're gonna put the arm right here, so you want to keep a little piece right here. And also right here, this piece right here, you don't want to mark all the way, you don't want to cut all the way to here, because sooner again we're gonna put another supporter right here. So we have to save some spot right here on the both end, so we can mount the supporter, another supporter on the other way. Okay, same as like let me give you like this design right here. See that? See this piece right here? This piece, because you have to giving at least 2 support on this end and this end, because otherwise it's the whole body damper system easy to get a twist. Because you know, when your car get a hit or either like too much vibration, if the support is so weak, the car, this piece right here, gonna be twist, or either twist to this end. So you want to giving really maximum support on both ends. That's why you have to keep a little bit here. Then we can drill a hole right here, can mount this piece right here to giving a maximum support for the whole bracket. Okay, so that's what we do. So again, let's take a look at it again. So we're gonna cut right here, and this piece right here, the short piece right here, gonna be our the damper holder right here, like this piece right here, and then this piece right here, the longer piece right here, that's gonna be our arm, which is like this one right here. And we also gonna be cut off right here, so we're gonna losing like a 50% of the weight of the whole arm. So it's also give you this one can be fix the problem we have right here, because again right here you can see this piece right here is contact with the wheel. That's why you have to remove it. In this way we can bypass the problem with hitting the wheel right here. So okay, here's the design. Before I cut it, just take a look at it again. Okay. Okay. Maybe folks, you guys can see it. Okay, so that's the thing. Okay, make sure, remember here's a little hole right here, so you're gonna cut that front of that. You're not gonna cut a hole, you're gonna cut at the front of that. Okay, so just make sure don't overcut it. Okay, so next I'm just gonna go ahead using dremel to cut it. Using how do you gonna cutting with dremel? Let me tell you. And using this piece right here, this is the cutter. It's like the sand disc. Okay, so we're gonna put that on, and we are going to follow the line right here to start to do the cutting like this. It's pretty simple. Basically, you just hold it really tight. If you don't have any additional like vise, anything tool, you can clamp on it. Just using your hand, hold it like this. Okay. Then make sure you wear the goggle and the mask, because during cutting there's a lot like a lot of like a products that's came out. You don't want to like breathe that, because that's gonna cause your the health problem. So anyway, always wear a goggle and the mask. Especially I recommend people to buy this type of like the mask. This is for the professional painting. So they have the filter right here, and when you like when this cutting, there's a lot like a very small like products in the air, so you won't like inhale. Okay, so this piece can preventing that, like you was like breathe those into your lungs, so it's cause you like cause you sick. Okay, so make sure you always wear goggle and always wear the mask when you're doing the cutting. So it's pretty simple. So you're just gonna go ahead using like this. Follow the line. Slowly, and just go ahead. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish it, because it's wasting time to show you how to cut it. I'm pretty sure a lot of people know how to cut it. So okay, okay, just finish cutting here, and one piece already finished. So this is the original size, and this is after I cut it. It's gonna be looks like this. Okay, I can just gonna go ahead and cut another piece right here and make the same this piece right here. Before I starting to cut it, and I'm gonna put on back to chassis to show you again. So remember, used to the piece right here, it's blocks. Okay, blocks the wheel. So that's why we cut it, to bypass that problem right here. Okay, also save the 50% of the weight on this piece right here. Just finish cutting the other side. So I have both sides here is finished. This is the original piece. I just put in the middle, so you can see the difference. Okay. Okay. Right now we're just gonna go ahead and move to the next step. Before moving to the next step, let's take a look at the cutting we have right here. The piece gonna be putting like this. Okay. So you can see Let me give you a better angle, you can see it. So it's gonna be like this, okay? So this is gonna be the arm was lifting the damper. Okay, so next we gonna do the two supports. The first support we need, it is this piece right here. So this is the piece gonna support the bracket on the back, which is like this one right here. Okay, and we're gonna do another support, which is here. This support on the front right here, this piece, this is gonna be the one we're supporting the bracket. Also, we're gonna make it to be the arm. Okay, so this piece actually gonna be cutting a little bit longer right here, and this piece right here, remember I told you guys gonna put another support right here on the back. So this piece right here gonna be shorter. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it. For the one on the back, it's very simple. As you can see, on the carbon fiber stick right here, they have a one hole right here, okay, and one hole right here. This is the two hole we're gonna mount right here, okay? So we're just gonna be cutting here and here. We're gonna keep the middle part right here, here and here, between here to here. This is the middle part, okay? For saving the time, I already cut one for that, which is this one right here, okay? So you can see it's gonna be looks like this. Basically, just remove the two and two sides off. Okay. Okay. So this is the piece gonna be on the back. Okay. It's gonna be like this. Okay. Next, we going to cut the front part, which is right here. For the front part, you need some accessory. We need this piece to use as a measurement tools. The reason I say like that because I already have two mark point, which is right here and here. So this is actually the piece we're gonna be match on the carbon fiber, which is on the bottom right here. As you can see, on this piece right here, they don't have this position right here and this position here, because this one's shorter, this one longer, because they have a different design. So, but for today's setting, we need we have to cut right here. You have to be a little bit over it right here, okay, and right here. Okay, so this piece is gonna be the piece we're cutting off, which is right here, the white spot. Same as here. Okay. Okay, and the reason I mark here because that's the point we're gonna drill a hole right here. We're gonna drill additional two hole on here and here. So, in order to drill a hole, just lines up both carbon fiber and using a screw, and I need a two to screw them together. So you're gonna put together, lines up, and you can see where exactly you wanna drill. Okay, so after it lines up and screw them together, and you're gonna drill a hole right here and here. So I'm just gonna using this 2mm the drill plus dremel, and put on a low speed and drill a hole right here. Okay. It's using drill to scratch a little bit right here, so I can leave some mark, and I can remove it. Okay, after I drill it, there's a little bit mark right here, and also have mark right here. Okay, right now I'm just gonna go ahead and put on table using a drill again to drill the hole right here. And for more detail, I just gonna using my marker to point at that two hole right here. Okay. It's gonna be like this. See this hole right here? It's matched the one on the top, and this one right here, it's matched the one on the top. Okay. So just gonna go ahead using the 2mm drill again to drill the hole. Okay, just finish here. See the little extra hole right here and here. Okay, so make sure it matches. That's why I always tell everybody to put this one side by side and mark it, and then then the hole can lines up. Okay, so next we're just gonna remove this piece right here and this piece right here by using a dremel. Okay, just finish this piece right here. Okay, so you remove the side, and you can see here's the dimension versus the FRP. Okay, so we finish out the bracket. So next we're gonna go ahead and mount it. Okay, here's everything. This is the shape gonna be looks like. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put it together. Okay, before I put everything together, and we're gonna make another hole about right here. So in this case, we can mount this piece right here. Okay, like this. Okay, so in order to make the hole right here, both pieces can match together, you better using a screw and lock both ends like this, so these two pieces they can match together like this, so I can drill a hole and both of them can match each other. Okay, it's gonna be looks like this. So next, just gonna using the 2mm drill, and we're gonna just put on the table, and we are going to about right here. Okay, gonna drill another little hole right here, so in this case we can mount this piece right here. Okay, and then just go ahead and do it. If you have some like this machine right here, or either some drill press, just go ahead and use it. It's more easy to using those machines. If you don't have it, just using the drill, put on high speed, and we can drill the hole. Okay, as you can see, the little hole I just make right here. Okay, next gonna just go ahead and put everything together. Okay, so it's gonna be looks like this, and here's the supporter right here, and we're gonna using the 5mm screw right here. Okay, right here and here, and using the M2 lock nut. Okay, and here again. Okay, so this is gonna be the piece gonna be looks like. Next we're gonna go ahead and put this piece right here. This piece right here, you better mount this piece on the top and this piece on the bottom. Okay, the reason why I'm gonna explain later. So let me just go ahead and again, this time you're gonna using 10mm screw right here. Okay, like this. Okay, it's gonna be like this. Okay, so let's put on the car and take a look at it. Okay, and you can stretch it, make sure it's match, it's nothing crooked. Okay, just stretch a little bit. If it's crooked to this way, stretch to the other way a little bit. So let's take a look at it. Okay, right now it's in the center. It's gonna be looks like this. Okay, so next what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this piece right here. So to put this piece right here, we also gonna drill another hole right here. So this is gonna be the screw goes up. We're gonna put a damper like this. Okay, so let me just go ahead and put it on, and later I explain the other procedure. So we're gonna using this side mass damper set for AR chassis, and we're just gonna using this package, the damper only. Okay, and some screws. Let me just go ahead and open it. Okay, first you have to match to see the distance of the damper you're gonna be. So by my looking, I'm gonna drill a hole about right here. Okay, that's about before you put on it, because you always have to match up, because you don't want this piece all the way touching the wheel right here. So you better keep about 3mm away from the front wheel. This is about 3mm right here. Okay, so you're gonna mark up right here. This is the hole you're gonna drill. So same thing as the other side was right here. So we're just gonna do the same way. We're gonna using a screw to lock both carbon fiber right here, and so this way these two pieces, they can match up, then we can drill a hole also. So in this case, both FRP gonna have exactly same dimension. Okay, let me just go ahead and okay, so again we're gonna using a 2mm drill right here to drill the hole. Okay, looks like perfect. Just gonna put on the table. See the hole right here? Just finish. Next, we're just gonna put everything together. Okay, in this package, you can see there's a two 25mm screw right here. We're gonna go ahead and using that screw. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna using the 25mm screw and the one to the original, the hole right here, and make sure you put a washer. Okay. And like this. We're gonna keep this piece right here about like the very bottom piece right here, about the screw point right here. We're gonna keep that about 2mm away from the ground. So let's see, right here is about 2mm. So we're gonna using 1 12mm spacer right here, and also gonna put another 3mm spacer right here. Let's take a look at it again. Let's see, it's okay. It's gonna be looks like this. Okay. So on the top, I'm gonna using washer again, and then here you must be using lock nut, because lock nut can lock really tight. And because remember, this easy version, you only have one support, so preventing its twist, so you better using lock nut to lock really tight, so preventing this piece move to the other direction. Okay. Let me just go ahead. Just gonna stretch back. Okay, like this. Okay. So as long as I lock this one really tight, it won't really move too much. See, it won't really move. But of course, you force it, it will move. But it's not gonna be a big deal. So make sure you lock really tight. Okay, right here. So we're gonna measure again, see how low it is. So here's about the lowest point right here, about the 2mm. Okay, actually 2.5. And here, the front piece right here, it is about 2.5. Okay, so then next we're gonna put a damper. Okay, again, the brand new damper, it is this hole right here a little bit tight. You will feel some resistance. In order to make it works better, you better to use some kind of wrong files and file this hole a little bit. Okay, makes it a little bit bigger. So in this case, this here can travel freely. Okay, just go ahead and still right here, we're gonna using the 25mm screw. Okay, here, just finish right here. As you can see, there's a 25mm. 25mm I think is long enough. Do not using 30 or either 35 or 38, because that's too long. The reason you want to using 25, because here, a little bit action here, you want it a little bit shorter. The reason why, when this piece right here has like a shorter travel distance right here, the whole body damper system gonna action really fast, because when you land, this piece gonna be lifted, and this piece gonna lift it too, and then it's gonna be drop. So you don't want this piece right here it goes too much to the top. You just want to go a little bit, because in this way, this piece right here can action a little bit faster. Okay, so just make sure. Again, the one has like the hole right here, and it goes down, and the one's like a bullet size, like this one right here. The one has the deep hole right here, it goes up. Okay, and then using the M2 lock nut to put on top. So here we go. You can see it's gonna be looks like this. Okay. Okay. I know you may have some question about this piece right here. So you can feel, I can feel this piece right here is still have a little bit resist, because this piece right here, when it's brand new, the little hole right here is kind of small. So you're gonna using the 3mm grinder, which is right here, this one right here, okay, to trim a little bit like this, just using hand manually to file a little bit. Same at the other end. Okay, again, you're not making this hole bigger. You just try to file around this hole right here, because this hole, when it's brand new, the edge around it is really sharp, because the original size is like this. So you want to file make speed like this. So in this case, your the damper system have more angle, can goes up. So just go ahead, keep sanding. Okay, then looks okay right now. Okay, another thing I want to tell you guys, make sure this arm right here, okay, you want to give a little bit like a angle. But I've been seeing people like mounting this piece on the back really high like this, okay, and this whole thing goes like this. Okay, this is not right. You better keep it a little bit level like this, but you're still gonna give it a little bit, probably like this is about like a 2-degree angle. Okay, see that? Okay, do not mount this piece like really high on the back like this, okay, because it's gonna give you two problems. First problem, it is this piece right here, it's gonna be dropped really low. It's probably gonna touch the ground. And another thing, it is if you mount like this, it's hard to mount the cover on the top. Okay. Third thing, it is when you mount like this, the damper system acting is not really too good, because you have too many angle, and when it's lifted and it drops, it's just too much press on the front. So you want this piece right here, a little bit like about like 2 to 3 degree like this. Okay, and it makes it really lower, and in this case you can have a lower central gravity like this. Okay, so next we're gonna do it is we're gonna seal the top part right here. So for the top part right here, you have a couple options. For the easiest way, for the most easiest way, it is this brick right here. You're gonna cut a small piece like this. Okay, and drill a little hole right here. And put right here. Okay, then you're gonna get a washer, then get a large washer, put right here and here. Okay, the next, using the lock nut. Again, this piece we're using lock nut to lock here. Make sure do not lock too tight. You only wanna go about same height to here. Okay, so you're not gonna go all the way. You're just gonna using the lock nut to hold this piece right here. See? Okay. If you go all the way, you're gonna press that piece right here. It's gonna be block you. Okay. So just make sure you go about same height to the washer right here. Okay. Okay. See? Okay. The next, just fix a little bit right here. Cut off the extra parts, because you want to make this piece really small. Too big, it's gonna be, there's a lot of resistance when this piece right here is too big. And I just fix a little bit. Okay, second option you have, it is like we're gonna be set up like this. Okay, so you can see here is the Tamiya spring, the very soft one. Here, right here, is the gold piece. Right, that's a spring cap. The top is just lock nut. So we're gonna using this item number right here, the item number 10305, the mini 4-wheel drive sliding damper spring set, which is right here. So you can see there's 4 black soft spring right here. That's the piece you're gonna use. And right here, this is a spring cap. Actually, it's item number 94381. The real name, it is not the spring cap. It is those kind of metal bearing. Okay, but you can see have special design. Have like a little bit deep around it. As you can see here, there's a spring right here. So this is a spring cap. So when you have the spring cap cover the spring right here, see the spring go all the way to the notch right here. It's give you better mechanic action right here. Okay. Anyway, that's the other option you have, and you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna put the lock nut on top to lock it. Okay, the advantage of using the spring plus spring cap right here, and it is because the whole system you can adjust it. What I mean it is, if you keep here a little bit loose right here, so this system right here is gonna be a little bit loose like this, can goes up more, and it's really loose. But if you want a system to a little bit tight, and this piece you want to control it a little bit, go up a little bit lower, so you can just ties up right here like this. So as you can see, you only can go halfway. Okay, and it can feel in this system really come back really fast like this. Okay, so it really depends on track layout. Okay, see I'm losing up right now, so this piece you can see the difference. This piece can go up more like this. So it's really, again, it really depends on track layout, so how you want to adjust it. Still recommend this piece go a little bit harder, like adjust a little bit tight, but not too tight. Okay, so in this way the damper system right here can action a little bit faster, because when your car jump and land, you want this piece goes up and right away come back, and it can press the chassis down. So you want this system action a little faster, so you have to adjust here a little bit tighter. Okay, I just finished this one right here today, and you can see this is the damper system right here. So you can see it's pretty stable. See that? Bounce pretty good. Okay, make sure this system right here, the hole we just trim right here, make sure do not make it too big, because if you make it too big or either make it too loose, this system gonna be shaking. So it's really bad for the corner. So this system right here, see, it's really strong, it's not moving, it's really solid. So this is a pretty good system right here. So for the corner speed, it's gonna be more stable, more faster. Okay. Another thing, people may ask me how you're gonna mount the body on top of that. It really depends on what kind of body you're gonna use. If you're using a like sound shot like this one, you can see this right here. You can drill little hole right here, and also you can drill hole right here. So in this case, it's pretty easy. You can just put on it, okay, like this. Okay, then you can put the 2 lock nut right here to lock the body. Okay, so another thing I want to talk about it before I end of this video. I've been seeing a lot of people have the body damper system or any kind of like a mass damper system on the side. Most people, they're not clear about the regulation. Because, you know, for the body damper system,
Damper holder.
You want to make it to be legal, so your damper have to be the inner lane. What I mean it is, when you set up damper, okay, make sure your damper system have to be inside of a lane, like this. See, this is hole right here is 19 millimeter and this is 13. If you're using smaller diameter roller, should be no problem, but when you're using 19, you have to be really careful, because when official in Japan Cup, they're gonna measure your damper if it's in the lane. So you can see, so this is 19, you have to set a ball right here in the 19 hole right here, the middle of that, and you're gonna lift it. If your damper can lift it freely, can pass the lane, it's can inside the lane right here, so you're legal. I've been seeing a lot of people like putting the damper like this, and if using a 13 millimeter roller on both ends, it should be no problem. Okay, but if you're using 19 millimeter roller, which is right here, see it's hitting, so which means here is now legal. So make sure your damper system, it's when you set up damper system, make sure it's legal, okay? Because I think so many people oversize it. They even using the very long piece like this one right here to mount the damper on the side. So you can see obviously this system right here is hitting, so which means it's not legal, okay? So make sure the damper you have to keep inside the lane, which is right here. Okay, so the whole system will lift it, can pass the line, which is right here, okay? Especially I'm telling everybody was when you're using 19, that's gonna be more problem, because when you're using 19, they're gonna set up the ball right here to the 19 millimeter roller, which is right here, see? Okay, when you're using smaller size, for sure you have no problem, because smaller size the damper can go wider. So anyway, finish this one right here today, and this is the very easy and professional carbon fiber mass damper system right here, okay? And then for my next video, I'm still gonna do another version for the body damper system.